I think I like this video thing because it saves me having to do 10,000 words typing. So I'm doing the front brakes on the 1999 Dodge Durango today. A lot easier than I thought. Hour flat, I got everything off. But as you'll see as I'm walking around, it helps to have the right tools. So I like to do jack stands and pull both the front tires off. The reason why, you can get behind and get the bolts that hold the caliper on. I'll show you the cans that oh, it's right here. So this is what I spray as far as rust. It's just a spray with the hose. And while you have it off, I'm not going to grab it because it's a little slimy. But I checked all my boots, rubber ends, tie rods, the whole 9 yards. Everything looks great. The transaxle boot was a little squeaky, so I just hit it with some tire shine. Everything was intact. This was solid rust before I sprayed it with that. Obviously, I'm going to wipe it down and before I put the rotors back on. This rotor looks pretty good. These are pretty much gone. So timing was good. I was getting a hop. So as far as getting both the tires off the ground, this is my $89 air jack. The recently reinstalled pans underneath, so I'm not putting any pressure on the engine. Jacked it up, and then obviously jack stands each side for safety. It's so nice when you have the right tools. Got these hooks. I got them for like 10 bucks for 8 of them on eBay. They're nice. This is retractable. I am not kidding you. This thing was, let's get my finger out of there. It was to here. It was completely out. These were not retracted, whatever the word is, so far that this is the first brake job I've ever done where I've actually had to put a rag around because the brake fluid was starting to come out. And this is also something you always want to do, unless you want to fight the pressure in the brake lines, which is extreme. You take off your cap before you compress your calipers back to zero, and that way you don't have to call Arnold Schwarzenegger. While I'm at it, just detailed the engine bay. Looks fantastic, if I don't say so myself. Replaced these clips. Got the bumper back on, freshly painted. So this side, we were just getting ready to get jiggy with it. You'll notice not half as smooth as the other side. Once again, got my anti-rust while I'm waiting for UPS to bring stuff. Didn't really have to use this, but I always have it handy. Tire finish, air ratchet, impact wrench. When you're taking 8 legs off, makes it a little bit easier. 8 legs? 6 legs. I was told to be no math. This was like 30 bucks. And well worth it just for ease of operation. Thing you need to remember, if you've got this or a regular one or you're using a C-clamp, if there is any resistance, I mean, it should be a little bit hard to press in, especially if these things are as far out as if yours are as far out as these. But if you can't get this to press back in with just these tools or a C-clamp, it's time for new calipers. You should not have to use great force on these. And if you put them back in, if you actually do get them to retract and you put them back in like that, what's going to happen is they're going to stick. And then you're going to be going down the road. One of your calipers and brakes are going to clamp onto your rotor and not let go. So that's about it. Jack stands, blah, blah, blah. So the light, I just used that when I was putting the jacks on underneath, make sure I was getting it on the frame. My new $100 toolkit from Harbor Freight, normally $150, but great deal. And right now, I'm not going to bore you with the details, but as long as I have these wheels off, I'm going to polish them. I am a huge fan of when you're doing work like this and you've got your vehicle apart, just like I went under here and sprayed and treated the boot. You know, you've got access to everything. Take your time, take a few minutes, check everything out, and clean, anti-rust, treat your rubber, and now I'm going to polish the wheels. That's it for now.